When you first start driving, well, you suck, and if you say you don't, chances are you're probably lying, because just like any other skill, you have to learn it first, and that's okay. Well, the best way to learn is by making mistakes, and boy, let me reassure you, new drivers have made some truly unforgettable mistakes. So welcome back to Top 5 Central, everyone, where today we're looking at the 5 worst student drivers caught on camera. Okay, whether you have your driver's license or not, right now I want you to leave a like on the video and comment what type of driving style do you have? Are you the patient type who follows the speed limit and is nice to other drivers, or are you just trying to whip it from point A to point B? I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the safest driver.
Woo! Zared, come here, man.
Okay, I suck, I know, but let me know what you think you are, and one lucky person gets pinned at the top for everyone to see. Number 5. So have you ever been in a situation where things have started out well, but ended in a complete disaster? Because that's exactly what happened here. I mean, this guy was super excited to take his driver's test, and apparently for most of it, he was doing pretty well. In fact, the scariest thing about this story is that if it wasn't for this, he probably would have gotten his license, even though he clearly wouldn't have been a safe person to have on the road. This guy was driving back to the building where he was taking his test when he seemed to suddenly just forget how to brake. I'm not joking, the dude ends up plowing straight through the doors in the DMV, and even once that happens, he just keeps going. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but 4 people got minor injuries, and the DMV was totally destroyed. What's really terrifying is that you could actually see the people standing around to watch suddenly scramble to get out of the way, as if they can't believe the dude is just gonna keep on driving. The crazy thing is, he actually passed his test. Okay, yeah, I was completely lying. I mean, the dude totaled the whole building. Of course he didn't pass, but hey, there's always next time. Just, I don't know, probably go to a different DMV so no one remembers you. Number 4. Not everybody passes their driving test the first time, and to be honest, there are some pretty common mistakes that cause a lot of people to fail. With that said, this lady fails her test for a pretty unique reason, and that's racism.
I do not appreciate the way you're speaking to me right now.
No, I didn't appreciate the way you spoke to me.
Well,
You should have just minded your business.
I asked you to slow down because you're doing 70 in a 35.
And I
man.
do this all the fucking time.
That doesn't make it okay.
Doesn't matter. It's my test, not yours.
It's my life.
To be fair, she actually fails her test way before she starts being offensive, because she's going 70 miles an hour in a zone where the limit is like 30. However, when the instructor points that out, the lady really just doesn't like his tone, and things just get weirder from there.
And
Then
it's
I told you to
my
get out.
job.
You could have gotten out.
I'm gonna get out and let you take the car.
And
My
take
whole-
it right back.
No, I'm gonna walk.
I am not gonna steal. I'm not a fucking thief like
I
you
know.
are, probably.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
You know what? You better shut the fuck up already, Ken. I said I'm taking you back.
I mean, she's making absolutely no sense, yelling at him that it's her test and that means she could do whatever she wants. She also tells him to get out of the car even though it's literally his car, and starts screaming and threatening him when he points out he just can't leave. As for the whole racism part, like, I'm not one of those type of people who try to just point out every single thing, but it takes a while for her to fully go there, and the message is pretty clear from the start.
So
Or
I
else
know
what?
how the people fucking like you act.
What do you
try
mean
to make
people like me? What does
like
that
you?
mean? What
Never
does that
mind.
mean?
Never mind.
No, say it. What is that supposed to mean,
No,
man?
you're the one who started this. You shut the fuck up already.
I asked you nicely to slow down.
You did not ask nicely. I think you need to slow down. You did not ask nicely.
And so had I asked nice in a...
No, I
nice-
wouldn't have.
Exactly.
Exactly. So don't fucking start off with a bad attitude in the beginning.
I didn't. I said you need to slow down.
You did not say you did need to slow down.
What did I say?
Exactly what I said. Shut the fuck up. Don't you know how to listen?
Don't you know how to listen? I tell you to slow the f down. You don't know how to listen.
Shut the fuck up, you dumb holy.
There it is. I knew it was coming out. Born and raised on this island,
Oh,
man.
fuck you. You act like my fucking dumbass son-in-law. One fucking white trash.
Excuse me?
And you even sound like him, too, on top of
Bring
that.
race into it, too. Wow.
She keeps referring to quote-unquote people like him, and then right at the end of the rant, she finally calls him a...
You dumb holy.
In case you're not familiar, that's a word Hawaiians use to refer to people who aren't descendants of like native Hawaiians. And if you hadn't already failed the test, well, nail in the coffin. Number 3. Okay, so this guy is awful in a whole other way from that last woman, because I don't think he's actually trying to be dangerous, he's just not focused at all. Like seriously, the dude keeps getting the same few notes on what you definitely should not do, and yet he somehow still keeps doing them anyways.
The last time Kevin drove me in Hamilton, he started a left turn from the right lane.
You're not in the turning lane. You're not in the turning lane.
His worst habit is that he keeps making left turns either from the center or like very right lanes, which is something so obviously bad that you don't need a license to cringe watching it. Not just that, whenever he tries to swap lanes for another reason, he doesn't bother signaling even if there are other cars behind him. All that's pretty bad, but then things get even worse because he does something that could literally get him fined.
We got an emergency vehicle on the side of the road.
So what do?
Slow down.
Slowing down is half of what you do. You're also legally required to change lanes. Kevin doesn't do that.
I'm not joking, he actually passed a parked emergency vehicle without swapping lanes, which if you don't know is considered a major offense and can actually cause jail time if you do it too often. Needless to say, the instructor is just about giving up at that point. So when the poor dude completely screws up turning around and clips the curb, the instructor looks like he doesn't have the energy to care. I think the overall worst part about this is that he's literally driving a brand new Corvette. I mean, just what? Why? How? What? Number 2. So I've got to be honest with you guys, this dude is clearly trying to fail his test on purpose, but I don't know if that makes things better or worse. I mean, I want to say that he's trying to be political and point out the problems with a pretty dangerous loophole in the law, but chances are he's just being dangerous for clicks. The whole point is he pulled the same stunt in front of 5 different private driving instructors in one day, and all 5 of them failed him immediately.
Hello?
No, don't check your telephone. Sorry about
Marty,
that.
what's up?
Hang up on the
Yeah, I'm
phone.
gonna tell him to chill. Hey, just stop snapping. Grandma! Yeah, it's me.
10 and 2,
What?
10 and 2,
What?
with the hands, 10 and 2.
What, just real?
So what was the stunt? Well, aside from acting like a complete idiot for the whole ride, he also got his friends to call him midway through. Like, I think at this point, everyone knows that talking on the phone while driving is super dangerous, but that's especially true when you're still learning.
10 and 2, 10 and 2.
This is not a nightclub.
Please turn it off
That's
and
so
put it away.
stupid. It's just...
This guy fully took both hands off the wheel just to chat to his friends, so the instructors had to jump in and keep them both safe. Some of them tried to stay calm, but pretty soon they all completely lost it and started just downright screaming for him to hang up and pull over. In the description, it says California didn't have like a law to prevent him doing what he did, so I get it makes for a really good viral video to point out something so stupid. But well, you kinda can't help but feel bad for the instructors and their hilarious reactions.
Hang up the goddamn phone!
Number 1. Now I actually kind of feel bad for this woman, because unlike everyone else on the list, she seems to actually be trying really hard. With that said, I definitely would not want to get into a car with her, and I think it's amazing that the instructor stays as calm as he does.
Okay, did you signal in when you changed lanes?
No.
I mean, right off the bat, she literally starts by running a red light. And even when all she has to do is drive in a straight line, she can't even do that. She ends up swerving all over the road in a way that's genuinely hard to watch. And things get even worse when they try to hit the highway. Like, I get it. Going fast is scary when you've never done it before. And she's obviously nervous about going like 70, 80, 90 miles an hour. The thing is, she makes things even more dangerous for herself by slowing down almost to a stop instead, and then risking going slow when she actually enters the flow of traffic. In fact, even when she pushes herself to go as fast as possible, she's still 10 miles an hour away from the speed limit. Plus, judging by her relief reaction when she finally gets off the highway, it looks like she may need just a tiny bit more practice.
Okay. You okay?
And there's her video on the top 5 worst student drivers caught on camera. If you had a little goof watching some bad drivers, make sure to click that like button and subscribe. It lets us know like what type of videos you want to see more of. Also, we're in the process of setting up a form where you'll be able to submit your own videos to Top 5 Central to have them showcased. If you're still watching, I mean like seriously, who watches the outros anyways? Let me know in the comments if you'd be open to an idea like that. I think it'd be super cool to help our subscribers out, but anyways, thanks for watching, hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all in the next video.